So having pure water is not always just set it and forget it. We actually have all sorts of filters that we have to change in resins on a regular basis so that we can keep our water pure for you. So right now we are getting ready to change both our RO membranes and our mixed bed DI resin, and we're going to show you how we do that. Okay, so this is our mixed bed resin tank. I'm gonna take it out, take the resin out of it, and replace it so that it has fresh DI resin. So we got the tank out, right? Now we gotta open it. So then what we're gonna do, we're gonna empty out this resin that has hit 9 parts per million, and that's when we start changing it. So there we go. We got that emptied. Now we get our new resin, which we buy local. I mean, you can get it from most window cleaning supply stores. I just like having local relationships. Okay. Now I'm just gonna start. Now I keep this really well sealed in here because this stuff's wicked fast at oxidizing. Like even the air will start degrading it. Oops, I forgot a step. I'll be right back. Had to get this. This is what allows the water to go in and then get purified and come back out without the resin coming with it. So that goes down into the bottom without the top on it. Like so. And you want to try to not get any in this, so I'm going to take some tape and wrap it up. Because what will happen, if you get it in there, it's going to come out and it will get in the jets of your water-fed poles, which I have a brush rinse bar that I have to clean out when we're done. Okay. Now, back to filling. So this is going to take a little while. I'll explain what it is, and then I'm going to shut this so that I don't waste a half hour of your guys' time. This is a cation and anion, or negatively and positively charged resin. They're little beads. And what they do is, because of their charge, they automatically remove anything. So the negative ones removes anything with a positive charge on it. And the positive ones remove anything with a negative charge on it. And that's after it has gone through a activated carbon and a sediment filter, then an RO filtration, then it gets polished with this. So hey, we'll see you guys at the next step. Now you can see that that is full. We are going to get it back together and move on to our next filter. We're putting this back in, and for those of you who are like trying to build your own or something, I actually have probably around $1,000 into this system. These are PEX shark bites. It's 1/2 inch. I probably should have gone with 3/4, but okay, so every time you change your resin, you want to run some water through it just to make sure that you push any loose resin beads out. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn our feed valve on. We're going to turn our water-fed pull pump switch on. We're going to come over here. We're going to open our pure water valve, right? And we're going to run some water through here. We're probably going to run about a gallon or so, just to make sure that we don't have any sediment that can fill our rinse bar or our jets, because we've done that and that's not fun. And you know, it is not fun doing this out here on a day like today. As much as I should be wearing pants, I'm wearing shorts and my knees are not happy. Now we're going to change our sediment and carbon filter. It's a dual filter with activated carbon in it, and then a 25 micron polyspun filter, which starts out white. So now I got to remember anti-clockwise is going to be underneath it, right? I'm really bad at this, by the way. So I think I go this way. Yep, that's the way. Okay, we'll bring this out. So we're gonna get this open, right? And make sure you get all this in the trash, recycle the paper. If you have a place that recycles the thin plastic and garbage sacks, take it to them. Just be a decent person here. But right here is a filter that's had about 12,000 gallons of Boise City purified water ran through it. 10,000 gallons of water. That's it. So we're going to dump this out. Oh, and the O-ring stayed in there, so I gotta pop that out. Then we're gonna put the new filter in. And our next step is putting it back up and on. We've gotten this one back on. Make sure you seat this really, really well. Otherwise, you're going to have water leaking and it is a mess. This one right here is our garden hose inlet into a 4.5 by 10 dual sediment filter. And I mean, water sealed wood, that's what it's attached to. Like I said, shark bites with 1/2 inch. And then our RO filter right there. So it comes from the tap into a pump, which is a nice little Remco. This thing pulls apart. You can rebuild it for like 50, 60 bucks in 15 minutes. Again, it's just mounted to some wood that I totally water sealed and lacquered. I mean, seriously, that's it. And they're held by straps to my tote tank. But then it comes out of here at 100 PSI, I think. Yeah, 100 PSI and 7 gallon per minute pressure. Boom. And then discharges out the other side and down through the bottom of the van. Okay, now, granted, in the design department, I could have done better here. Getting this in and out is not fun, but it's only done once every year or two, so I'm not really that concerned. Of course, I have that the wrong way. So what we're going to do is there is a casing here, and I'll show it to you later, that I have to loosen this from. Anyway, I have a couple neurological disorders that doesn't help with the fine, that stuff. And it also doesn't help with, with hand-eye coordination. And sometimes like things like heat, stress trigger them, and they slow down and shut down the function of the executive functioning, so things don't work as well as they should. Now, I'm going to release this, which I should have already did. And I'm not gonna, because, there it is. I found it. Never mind. I am gonna. Okay, maybe I am. There we go. There we go. And I managed to turn my car problem on. Oh. Okay, well, this is where we're going to stop and get some tools. Okay, we're back with a screwdriver and a pry bar, and what we're going to do is crack this open just a bit, because this thing is tight. I mean, it is so tight. Then get something a little bit easier to move that with. Sometimes. And I'm sure there are systems that are just way easier than this, but I don't want to spend the money on it. This one does work, and I only have to do this, like I said, occasionally. So, as I get older, that's changing. I may have to figure something else out. There we go. And here's where we say, hello, big bird. This is our tired reverse osmosis membrane. But hey, at least it's 100 degrees out here, so that it's 100% humidity. Here we are with our new filter, which is an Axion. And this is supposed to be a stupid high flow, low pressure, high flow unit for reverse osmosis purification. And it's going to take our water down to probably, for the first 6 months, it'll probably take our water down to 2-3 parts per million. Then it'll slowly get up to where it's around 12 to 18 and taking out the DI resin faster than it is cost effective to do. So what we're going to do is you always got to lube up before you insert. We have food grade silicone grease. This is going to go on the gasket here that goes inside, so that's how you know what direction to put your RO membrane in. The gasket goes to the end, so the gasket goes in first, and we're going to get some grease on that. So finger that ever so smooth and gently. Don't leave big globs. Right? You get it there. Then get a little bit more. And you get in here. Loop that one up. And then you got 2 gaskets right there. Loop those up a little more generously so that it won't be as difficult to get out like mine was, because I forgot to lube it last time. So I'm going to put some lube on there. And then I got a little extra, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on back down here. And then we're going to go get this back in its cylinder. We're going to put this membrane back together. Okay, gotta grab a tool. Okay, now I am going to just try, I can't find my regular pliers that I do this with, so I'm going to use some vice grips and get this seated down and then tighten it down a little bit more. Right, and push it on the other side. And then this one goes back on. Okay. Then you get this back in. And boy, I needed a break getting out of this 105 degrees. Well, it's way more than that inside here, but outside it's 105. Why I was trying to do that left-handed, I do not know. Why I'm bothering, I don't know. And this doesn't have to be like stupid tight. This is just has to be tight enough that it doesn't come off. Well, look at that. Okay, after these messages, we'll be right back, folks. All right, now we got water coming in, right? And then we're going to turn on our RO pump, which is this one here. And we are going to run this water for probably about 2 hours just to fill our tank and flush out that new membrane. I don't know if this will, yeah, it will. We are discharging about 1.25 gallons for every 3 to 3.5 gallons of pure water. So our RO membrane is up here and it comes out, and this is our discharge line, and this is our pure into our tank line. So last time I changed my resin, I did a dumb. I didn't cover my spout, and I got it just full of, in the tank, the little filtration system where the pure water comes out. So I had so much resin spitting out of this that my bar is a little bit clogged. There are ones that aren't spitting anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and they have hex heads on the sides, right? So I'm going to take and hex head those out so that the water can free flow, and then do my next step, which I thought I had here, but I don't. There we go. I thought I was being semi-pro, whatever it is, influence, window cleaning influencer here, but I'm not. So there's little hex heads in the end of these. Well, they're not hex, they're Allen key. So you pull that out and set it aside so you do not lose it. That's not available at Home Depot. And then I'm going to take and open my water up. And it is really coming out the side here, right? But I'm going to take this dental pick and I'm going to push in each one of these, wiggle it around, wiggle it around. I'm going to cover that. Okay, some of those are still clogging pretty bad. So I'm going to take it off. And what I'm actually going to do, I don't want that one running at all. So let's do this. Boy, that's a lot of pressure. And this, my friends, so you can't see what I'm doing, can you? This is why I say, do not get that in that tube. It's not fun, it's tedious. And what you're trying to do is get the pieces out of your rinse bar hole, right? And be able to get it floated out the side before it clogs another one again. And I'm going to switch to a different method because this is getting way slow. I'm going to try something different. Okay, and this method is noisy, that's why I don't like it. But air pressure works really well. Get your end back in. And be really careful with this because it's threaded plastic, and if you twist it wrong, you're going to make yourself a whole new thread and split the thing. And you don't want to do that because they're not free, and they're usually not available in town. You have to order them and wait. And I hear the air compressor over there. Got this little thing. And I just go like this. And it's like doing your sprinklers, right? Now I'm going to make sure there aren't any clog jets. Oh, that one's got one jet in it. Right? Oh, that sucks. But hey, life is what it is, right? And if we go around saying something sucks all the time, that's all it is. It's going to suck. And I actually quite enjoy doing this stuff. It's kind of relaxing. I have a book that I'm half-ass listening to with the noise reduction going on. And you know, when you're old, the eyes don't work like they used to. Man, I owe so many people apologies. I used to say such obnoxious things to the people in their 50s when I was in my teens, 20s, 30s. Hell, even my 40s, I thought I was pretty much, yeah, whatever. You guys don't know what you're talking about, and man, these 50s with neurological disorders, long COVID, surgeries, wow. I totally get it. I am freaking old at 53. Okay, now that I got those pieces back out, and I kind of want to not blow them back in there, I've been letting my pump build up pressure, but we're going to open up this hole here so that hopefully the largest orifice will allow for the most flow, which will shoot the last of that dye resin out of there. And go like this. Control these. want to get 2 fan jets, but you know, find them in stock. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I just got something right here. But man, that is looking nice. Where are they? Where did I set it? Oh, I set it right here. Bit there. That one. Okay. I may have to break down and order a new rinse bar. Not happy about that. All because I was lazy. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to this. Okay, I got it done. It is, what did I say? Get her done. It has got it done. And I want you to check out this flow now that it's working. Look at that. Now this is a Zero brush. It is their hybrid with the poly whatever and boar's hair, and their boar's hair is really stiff. I've actually been quite impressed with this brush. I was a Tucker only guy and have been boy, since like 2018, 2019. I like these Zero brushes. They're pretty nice. At Poor Man Window Cleaning, we're not sure why, but it's just a travesty that we hear people saying we have TDS. They accuse us of it at all times. And I gotta tell you, it's so patently offensive to hear. Why, if we had TDS, I'm rinsing one of those cups that they're red and they wrote songs about because, you know, it's brand new. But anyway, back to the point, TDS. If we had TDS, we couldn't be leaving them wet all over the Treasure Valley. We'd walk away and the windows would be left dirty, not leaving them wet and satisfied. So right here is a TDS meter. Now, it doesn't get more simple than this. We're going to turn it on, right? And you'll see right there it says 00 parts per million, which is dissolved solids. So that water had something floating in it. The thing about purifying water is you can remove the solids, but there's also dissolved solids, right? I dropped my hose in the cup. But your dissolved solids are what is going to be there when you're done, right? When you walk away and leave water on whatever it's on, and that's where you get your hard water spots. It's what's there that comes out of the solutions, no longer dissolved. And what we're doing here, just so you can see, we put this in there. It is in the water, and it is still 000 TDS. So we do not have TDS, folks. We just don't.